Now, after you've determined who your early adopter is, it's my strong suggestion and opinion that you begin to market to that early adopter first, especially after you have started to potentially get a little bit of traction or you're beginning to promote your product or service. And so I call this a preliminary marketing strategy, and this could be done, in my opinion, should be done in collaboration with a marketing professional. If you have some background in marketing, that's great. But if you don't, I would suggest that you touch base and get some advice and input from a marketing professional that has at least 2 to 3 years of experience and definitely needs to understand who an early adopter is and a lot of the information and the background, the specific background about an early adopter. So this is, again, it's a preliminary marketing strategy. I suggest these be put together. And as is written here, we recommend that you create a plan for the first 6 to 12 months, as your business may change dramatically as your startup gains traction. And this is always the case. There's typically a lot of pivoting, but getting the foundational feedback from an early adopter early on as you're building and designing your product and your business is important, because more than likely you're going to be very much in line with what you're building because you received feedback and direction from an early adopter early on. So again, this marketing strategy, there's some very simple pointers here on what you need to do. And again, for example, here, business objectives. As a business, what are your key objectives that you must accomplish? So if it's a 6-month period here, what are some objectives that you must accomplish for success and stability and traction? And knowing what those are and being able to market to an early adopter, again, who is that person that's going to help you succeed in the long term? Because as mentioned in the previous video, they are as passionate as you are in solving a particular problem. So knowing what your business objectives are, writing them down in the first 6 months. Again, these objectives will help you sustain and gain traction, and hopefully scale a bit. And then, these are basic foundational marketing materials here. And I just suggest, some budgets, but some of the things that you need to do. And this takes some brainstorming with a marketing professional, someone in marketing, and, 2 or 3 other members of your team. And hopefully this helps. And then obviously there's some dates that you need to put in, because everything at this point, which can be very tricky and difficult at times, everything needs to be planned and executed as much as possible, obviously with a ton of flexibility, because as a startup, uh, every day changes depending on what takes place. Again, this is the early adopter marketing strategy. Good luck again.